Hello and welcome to GKR Heavy Hitters in about 3 minutes. It is a game for 2 to 4 players. It has a solo mode, although multiplayer is its focus. Playing time is approximately 2 to 3 hours. This is a moderately complex game. In a dystopian future, megacorporations put on spectacles of giant killer robots fighting each other to act as the bread and roses for the common people. Each player is a pilot, representing one of these sinister megacorporations and piloting a heavy hitter into the arena. Only one team can win, and a lot of collateral damage is expected. Competitive. Players play against each other, either in an all-on-all melee or in teams. Card management. Each player has a set of cards that represent the abilities they can use. Cards also represent your heavy hitter's health pool. Area control. Tagging buildings in the game gains you sponsor cards, which are powerful one-off abilities. There are 2 main ways to win this game. First of all, you can blow up the enemy robots. You can play until all the heavies are defeated, or until the first heavy is defeated. When you take damage, you must discard cards, and once you run out of cards, you are defeated. Once all heavy hitters are defeated, you score points equal to your remaining cards, plus your achievements in-game. Achievements include demolishing buildings, taking flank or alley shots, and having 3 support units on the board. Secondly, you can win by being the first player to demolish 4 buildings in the game. Player turn. Determine who the Glory Hound is. They are the first player for this round. This is determined by who tagged the most buildings in the previous round. Each player then chooses whether to deploy a support unit, spending 2 energy if they have a deploy card, or 4 if not. Players move in turn order, spending energy for each space moved. Each player secretly chooses attacks, up to 1 primary and 2 different secondary attacks. They pay energy for each of these attacks. Overspending on energy causes damage to your heavy hitter. Weapons and support units activate in speed order, shown in the top left of the card. Each weapon has a range. For example, this one is range 1 to 4. Roll 2d6 to hit your target. Heavy hitters are easier to hit than support units, and units in cover are harder to hit. Each attack does damage. Roll an armor save for each damage point, 5+ for heavies and 6+ for support units. Discard a card for each unblocked damage to your heavy hitter, either from your hand or from your deck. Finally, tag 1 building for each unit you have next to a building. Heavies can remove an opponent's tag. If you have 4 of your tags on a building, destroy it. Why would you like this game? It's a wonderful cutthroat game with a lot of action mixed in with thoughtful planning and maneuvering. It has a lot of the strengths of a good miniature skirmish game, but with more accessible and friendly rules. It looks wonderful on the table, and the pre-painted figures are of a very high standard. But you will mostly enjoy this game if the idea of fighting your friends in giant killer robots sounds like a good time. The single best thing about the game is the giant killer robots. They look really good, and you just feel like you are piloting a giant death machine. Lining up flanking shots with your massive laser cannon is just great fun. However, the game is not cheap, and it's bound to get a lot more content, so price could be a problem for some people. It's also exceptionally cutthroat, and very easy for someone to be ganged up on. People who do not enjoy high levels of player conflict should avoid this. For a similar experience, but much lighter and easier, I recommend King of Tokyo. And if you want more complexity and depth, I recommend War Machine.